Hi, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it's... Oh, wait, I got the wrong script here. Hi, my name's Eric Miller, and I'd like to talk briefly about a topic that's a tad complex, but one the people in the shooting community need to be aware of. I am, of course, talking about shaving your cat bald. No, what I really want to talk about is photography. Photography? Yeah. Depending on what part of the country you're in, you may be seeing shooting ranges banning the use of cameras on their premises. Why are they doing that? Well, let's say you're in a gun-unfriendly state like California or Illinois. You go to a gun range and film yourself doing something stupid. You post it on YouTube, and what happens is that range ends up getting shut down for months while they wade through all sorts of paperwork and lawyers and money just so they can reopen. Because of you. No business is going to take that kind of a chance over one idiot with a camera. So I understand the position these ranges are in, and so I must respect their decision to ban cameras from their ranges, and so should you. It just makes me very sad that it's had to come to this. The problem I wish to discuss comes when the range owners go beyond simply banning photography. I've seen notices at some ranges now stating that if you're caught taking pictures or video on the premises, you'll be made to delete your images and your camera will be confiscated. Is that legal? Can they do that? Just as you need to understand the law when owning a firearm, you need to be aware of the law regarding photography, since every one of us now carries on us at all times a device capable of taking video. So you have two different areas we need to discuss, since the rules are slightly different regarding them. Public property versus private property. We'll start with public. If you're in public, like on a street or something, you can take pictures and video of anything you want as long as it's in plain view. So let's say you're walking down the street and you take a picture of someone who's standing naked in their front window. Is that legal? If you can see it in plain view, it is. And by the way, Mrs. McGarnacle, please, seriously, you need to close your blinds. Please. I mean, the most extreme issue that people are going to run into is when people take video of police officers. It seems like just about every month now there's a new story about how a police officer arrested someone simply because of their camera. So the question is, can you take video of police officers as they're doing their job? Well, if they're in plain view of the public, for the most part, the answer is yes, as long as you are not interfering with them doing their job. The major exception to that is that there are a dozen states that require two-party consent to record audio. So legally you can take video, but you can't record audio of a police officer, even if you're in public with no reasonable expectation of privacy. So find out if you live in one of those states first. But apart from that, and like if you're on a military base, the general rule is if you're in public, if you see it, you can shoot it. So in an extreme instance, what if someone like a business owner or a security guard tells you you can't take pictures or video of something in public and demand that you surrender your camera for inspection or that you delete any images or video that you took? Do you have to comply? No. If someone takes your camera from you, they are guilty of theft of private property. If someone deletes images or video that you took while in public, they are guilty of destruction of private property. In either case, the offending party can be taken to court and sued. But can a police officer confiscate my camera? Only under very limited circumstances. The police can only confiscate your private property if they believe it was used in the commission of a crime. So the police would have to have a warrant or have reasonable cause to suspect you were specifically doing something illegal with your camera. And if you're in public, that is a very short list of things you could have been doing. Except keep in mind those 12 states with the two-party consent rule for audio recording. But can't the police delete my video or images? No. Police cannot delete images or video on your camera under any circumstances. Images on your camera are your own private property and require a court order to be destroyed. Law enforcement are similarly legally liable and can be sued for confiscating your camera without cause or for deleting your files. Now, let's talk about private property. The rules work a little bit differently. In public, you're mostly free to take pictures and video of whatever you want, whether people want you to or not. Property owners, on the other hand, have the right to allow and disallow certain behavior. So gun ranges are perfectly free to ban the use of cameras on their property. The rub comes when these rules are broken, and many places now, not just gun ranges, state that if you violate the no pictures rule, your camera will be confiscated and images deleted. Can they do either of these things? Absolutely not. As I stated before, your camera and your images on it are your private property, and a private citizen has no right to remove your property from your possession or to destroy it. Think of it this way. Let's say a business bans the telling of time in their store. Well, you get caught looking at your watch by a clerk, and they demand that you surrender your watch to them. Then they take it, and then they step on it and break it. Does that sound legal to you? They took your private property, which they had no legal right to, and then they destroyed your property. Legally, that is exactly the same as someone took your camera and deleted images from it. So what recourse does a business owner have if they catch someone violating a rule like this? Unfortunately, the only thing they can do is ask the person to leave their property, and if they don't comply, they can call the police to have them removed. That's it. So many in law enforcement are ignorant of the laws surrounding this issue, so it's no surprise that an ordinary citizen would be uneducated on it as well. For example, I was once stopped by a state employee who was not law enforcement for taking a picture. He told me he would not allow me to leave until I deleted the image from my camera. I was unaware of the law at the time, so I did. But in reality, I had done nothing wrong, and he probably broke 2 laws: destruction of private property and unlawful detention. I just wanted to make this video so everyone out there would be aware of the law regarding this. First, to keep you out of trouble, and second, to understand your obligations should someone begin to make demands of you. So check out the info section of this video below for links to articles and videos to study this subject in more depth. And as usual, stay safe, have fun.